What if I told you that a simple ingredient sitting quietly in your kitchen cabinet, something you've probably used for baking or cleaning, could be the missing key to better circulation and a more intimate, energized life after 60? And worse, what if you've been ignoring it all this time? Hello and welcome. If you're over 60 and looking to improve your vitality, circulation, and even reignite that spark of intimacy, you're in the right place. Today we're diving into the surprising ways baking soda may support your body in ways most people never consider. This isn't just about quick fixes or old wives' tales. It's about holistic, natural approaches to aging, the kind that honor your body, empower your health, and give you control over how you feel every single day. So stay with me, because what you learn in the next few minutes might just change how you look at your health and that little box of baking soda forever. Understanding circulation and intimacy challenges after 60. As we journey beyond 60, our bodies begin to speak to us in new ways. One of the most common and often overlooked challenges we face is declining circulation. It happens gradually. Cold hands and feet, slower healing, occasional dizziness, fatigue. These can all be subtle signs that your blood isn't flowing quite as freely as it once did. Why does this happen? Well, aging naturally causes our blood vessels to lose some of their flexibility. Arteries may begin to stiffen, blood pressure can rise, and the heart has to work harder to push blood throughout the body. On top of that, factors like reduced physical activity, poor diet, smoking, and even long-term stress can make things worse. But what does this mean beyond basic health? Circulation doesn't just affect your energy or your mobility, it plays a critical role in your intimate life as well. For both men and women, healthy blood flow is essential to arousal, response, and overall physical intimacy. Without proper circulation, the body struggles to perform, and the emotional impact can be just as significant. Confidence may dwindle. Connection with a partner may become strained. You may even begin to feel disconnected from yourself. But there's good news. This isn't a closed chapter. In fact, many people are reclaiming their vitality through natural means, starting with awareness and small, consistent changes. Incorporating gentle daily movement like walking or stretching helps stimulate blood flow. Adding circulation-friendly foods, like leafy greens, berries, garlic, and healthy fats, can nourish your heart and arteries. Practices like deep breathing, meditation, or simply managing stress through quiet time or prayer can reduce the body's tension and improve vascular health. And yes, even something as simple as baking soda, when used appropriately, may play a supportive role. It's these small shifts, done consistently, that start to open the doors to better circulation, renewed energy, and even a more fulfilling intimate life. Because thriving after 60 isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. The role of baking soda in circulatory health. Baking soda, or sodium bicarbonate, may be one of the most underestimated wellness tools in your home. For generations, it's been used to ease heartburn, whiten teeth, clean surfaces, and even deodorize refrigerators. But what many don't realize is that this humble white powder may also have some surprising effects inside the body, especially when it comes to circulation. So, how does it work? Baking soda is an alkaline substance, meaning it can help neutralize acidity in the body. While your blood pH is tightly regulated by the body and doesn't change dramatically, there's growing interest in how slight shifts in the body's acid-base balance, particularly in tissues and muscle, can influence inflammation and circulation. Research published in the Journal of Immunology found that small, controlled amounts of baking soda may help reduce inflammation by influencing the activity of immune cells in the spleen and blood. Less inflammation means less resistance in the blood vessels, and better blood flow. In one small study conducted at the Medical College of Georgia, participants who drank a baking soda solution experienced changes in their immune response that suggested a more calm state within the body. While this doesn't directly measure circulation, inflammation and blood flow are closely connected. When inflammation drops, blood vessels relax, allowing blood to move more freely and efficiently throughout the body. Anecdotally, many older adults have shared stories of increased energy, improved stamina, and even warmer hands and feet after incorporating small amounts of baking soda into their routine. Take Michael, age 68, who began drinking a half teaspoon of baking soda in a glass of water every other day, under the guidance of his naturopath. He said within 2 weeks he noticed less swelling in his legs and a renewed clarity in his thinking. Or Linda, 64, who found that her cold hands and brain fog began to fade after just a month of consistent use. Of course, these are personal accounts, and baking soda is not a cure-all. It's not a replacement for medical care or a balanced lifestyle. But for many, it has become part of a simple, low-cost strategy to support their circulatory health, especially when combined with movement, hydration, and a nourishing diet. It's important to note, this should always be done with caution. People with high blood pressure, kidney disease, or those on sodium-restricted diets should consult a healthcare provider before trying it. But when used mindfully, baking soda just might be more than a kitchen staple. It could be a quiet ally in your journey to better circulation and a more vibrant life after 60. Baking soda and intimacy. Exploring the connection. Let's talk about something that's often whispered about, but deeply important. Intimacy after 60. For many, it becomes more than just a physical act. It's connection. It's closeness. It's confidence. But as the years go on, intimacy can be quietly affected by a less obvious culprit: poor circulation. Healthy intimacy depends on healthy blood flow. For men, this means the ability to achieve and maintain an erection, a process that is entirely dependent on strong vascular function. For women, proper circulation enhances natural lubrication, sensitivity, and comfort. So, when blood flow becomes restricted, which is increasingly common with age, intimacy often suffers. Not just physically but emotionally too. That's where the conversation around baking soda becomes more than just about blood chemistry. By potentially reducing inflammation and helping to optimize circulation, baking soda may indirectly support a more responsive, vibrant, intimate life. Better blood flow means increased oxygen to tissues, healthier nerve function, and an improved ability for the body to respond to touch, arousal, and closeness. It's not magic, but it might be a helpful ally in your overall wellness routine. We've heard stories from couples in their late 60s and 70s who, after incorporating simple natural practices like baking soda, movement, and dietary changes, found not only renewed physical energy but emotional closeness. As one woman shared, "I didn't expect it to change much. But I noticed I felt warmer, lighter, and suddenly I just wanted to be close again. I hadn't felt that in years." But let's be clear, while baking soda can be a helpful part of your self-care, it's not a substitute for medical advice. Everyone's body is different. Underlying conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, or medications may interact with any supplement, even something as simple as baking soda. That's why it's so important to talk to a healthcare provider before beginning any new health regimen. With the right support, you can make confident, informed choices that honor your body and keep your intimacy alive, not just physically but emotionally too. Because feeling connected, desired, and confident doesn't have to fade with age. Sometimes, it just needs a little support from within, and maybe a pinch of something as simple as baking soda. Safe usage guidelines for baking soda. Now that we've explored the potential benefits of baking soda, let's talk about something equally important: safety. While this natural remedy can be incredibly helpful, like any supplement or household product, it must be used wisely and with care. Let's start with dosage. For most healthy adults, a safe and commonly recommended amount is about half teaspoon of baking soda dissolved in a full glass of water, typically taken once a day, and not every day but perhaps a few times a week. Some people start with even less, such as quarter teaspoon, especially if they're new to using it internally. The best time to take it? Often, it's suggested on an empty stomach, either first thing in the morning or at least 1 hour before or 2 hours after meals, to avoid interfering with digestion. But here's where it gets serious. Baking soda is sodium bicarbonate, which means it contains a significant amount of sodium, nearly 1,200 milligrams in just 1 teaspoon. That's half of the daily sodium limit recommended for most adults. So, if you already have high blood pressure, kidney disease, liver issues, or are on a sodium-restricted diet, baking soda may not be safe for you to consume regularly, or at all, without medical supervision. And what about medications? Baking soda can interact with certain drugs, especially those for high blood pressure, antibiotics, and medications that affect potassium levels. Because it alters the pH in your stomach, it can also affect how some medicines are absorbed. That's why it's essential to space out baking soda from other medications by several hours, and more importantly, talk to your doctor first. Using too much baking soda can also lead to unpleasant and even dangerous side effects. Overconsumption may cause nausea, gas, bloating, and muscle cramps. In rare cases, especially with very high or frequent doses, it can result in alkalosis, a serious condition where the body's pH becomes too alkaline, disrupting normal bodily functions and leading to confusion, tremors, or even kidney strain. So the takeaway is this: less is more. Use baking soda thoughtfully, not as a cure-all, but as part of a broader, balanced approach to wellness. If you're unsure whether it's right for you or if you're managing a health condition, the best step is always to consult a trusted healthcare provider. When used correctly and in moderation, baking soda can be a surprisingly powerful tool, but safety should always come first. Complementary lifestyle practices. While baking soda may offer helpful support, true, lasting improvement in circulation and intimacy comes from the lifestyle choices we make every day. Think of it this way: baking soda might be the spark, but your daily habits are the fuel that keep the fire of health and vitality burning. Let's begin with movement. Gentle, consistent exercise is one of the most powerful ways to boost circulation naturally. And you don't need a gym membership or a fancy routine to do it. A brisk 20-minute walk each day, even around the block, can help stimulate blood flow, strengthen the heart, and reduce the stiffness that often comes with aging. Activities like yoga, tai chi, and water aerobics are especially wonderful for those over 60. They improve flexibility, increase oxygen intake, and promote relaxation at the same time. Then there's what you eat. Your diet is a direct line to your vascular health. Foods rich in antioxidants, healthy fats, and natural nitrates support strong blood vessels and lower inflammation. Think leafy greens like spinach and kale, beets, berries, avocados, walnuts, and cold water fish like salmon or mackerel. Reducing processed foods, sugars, and excessive salt is equally important, especially if you're working to manage blood pressure. Now let's not forget the role of the mind. Chronic stress is one of the most silent and dangerous enemies of circulation and intimacy. When we're stressed, our blood vessels constrict, our hormones shift, and our bodies go into defense mode. Over time, this stress can wear down both the body and the soul. That's why practices like deep breathing, meditation, prayer, or even journaling can make such a big difference. Spending quiet time in nature, listening to calming music, or simply connecting with a friend can calm the nervous system and allow the body to restore balance. When you bring all of these elements together, movement, nutrition, mindfulness, they create a strong, supportive environment for circulation to thrive, and for intimacy to be rekindled, not just as a physical act, but as a deep expression of connection, presence, and vitality. Because true wellness after 60 isn't about doing one thing perfectly. It's about doing a few meaningful things consistently, with love, with patience, and with the belief that your best years can still be ahead of you. As we come to the end of today's journey, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've uncovered together. We started with a question: can something as simple as baking soda support better circulation and intimacy after 60? And we explored the many ways it just might. From its potential to ease inflammation and support blood flow, to its surprising role in enhancing the body's natural rhythms, baking soda has earned its place in the conversation. But we didn't stop there. We looked deeper, at the underlying challenges of circulation and intimacy that many face as they age. We talked about the importance of physical activity, the power of nourishing foods, and the healing potential of stress reduction. And we reminded ourselves that no single remedy works in isolation. It's the combination of conscious choices that brings lasting wellness. So now, I encourage you to take a step back and look at your own daily habits. Are you nurturing your circulation? Supporting your emotional and intimate well-being? Taking time to move, breathe, and connect with yourself and others? Every small change you make adds up, and it's never too late to start. We'd love to hear from you. If you've tried baking soda for circulation or have your own wellness tips for life after 60, share them in the comments below. Your experience might be just the thing someone else needs to hear today. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more insights on health and vitality after 60, and share it with someone you care about. You never know whose life it might touch. Here's to thriving, to loving, and to living fully, no matter your age. You deserve it.